What's going on? So I've got a new project in the shop, garage, whatever you want to call it. I'm basically going to be taking this laptop Virago that's been sitting in my driveway for like 2 years. Obviously, as you can see, the wiring harness is a mess. So I'm trying to basically just delete half of it to where I only get it to run. And I'm going to turn this into like a little dirt shredder. Hopefully everything goes fine and I don't burn my house down. I'm going to try and make a couple videos. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing to this beyond just getting it up and running. I'm also going to be changing the shocks out, changing the bars out, changing it from a dual carb setup to a single carb setup. I'm possibly going to do some exhaust work and basically just a bunch of customizing and modifying. And the big key item here is if this doesn't turn on, or I can't figure out how to get it to turn on and I don't feel like messing with it, I'm going to be buying a 250cc 4-stroke dirt bike engine off of Amazon and converting the rear swing arm from the shaft drive to a chain drive somehow and basically run that engine instead. So hopefully this goes smoothly. I mean, I've only tinkered with this for a little bit, but basically what had happened is whoever owned it and did this beautiful work to it put a new key in here, which nothing is hooked up to, and I don't have the key. So I know I can get it to jump, I can get it to turn over, but it's not getting any spark to the coils up here. And they basically did a really crappy job splicing all these wires in. I've been tearing apart a wiring diagram, and it looks like if I touch these two together, it should bypass the key and get the power to go through the igniter up into the coil. I don't really know how well that's actually going to work, and I'd hope to find a less sketchy solution, but for now that's going to be my best shot, is trying to figure out how to get power to the coils through there. All right, so fast forward a couple of minutes here. I've now got power to the coils. I was able to just essentially jump those two cables. I have a 20 amp fuse in here for now, and I can actually just hook a switch up to this, and that'll be my kill switch because it'll kill the power to the coils. And most of this stuff was for lights or ignition, other stuff like that that I don't have on it right now. So right now where I'm at is I've got power to the coils and I can still jump it using a screwdriver from here. The button doesn't work, and I tried to hotwire the button, it didn't really work either, so I'm gonna probably just fashion a pretty sturdy switch in between those two and just jump the relay. I've tried checking for spark. I'm not really getting any spark, which I think these have to be grounded. I'm not like 100% sure because I'm not that good of an electrician, but I'm trying to find a way to get ground to here, hoping that will fix this whole issue, but I honestly have no idea. So basically where I'm at right now, if I take my handy dandy little test light, I'm trying to do this again. Ooh, this is sketch. So basically I'm getting ground or power up here. I have a random ground sitting right there. As you can see, when it wants to work, I've got it. But it's not grounded to the coil itself, really. Well, it is now. So maybe, just maybe it will work. And don't judge me on how I jump this thing. I don't really have much of another choice. Basically, just sticking a screwdriver in there for now. So I'm gonna set this thing on here to the best of my ability. And yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, so I've still got power, but I'm not really getting any hits down here from the spark plug, so I don't know if the coils themselves are bad or not. I might look into getting a set of those. I'm gonna do some more research on it. But for day one, I've at least got it to where I've got power to the coils, and I have an option for a kill switch and an option for a start button. That's good. Eventually I'm going to start deleting all the other unnecessary wires and trying to clean this up. I didn't really do a good job of explaining everything that this thing is going to need in order to run the way I want it to run. For one, it has a gas tank under the seat with a fuel pump. I'm going to be pulling all that out. I'm going to be fixing a gas tank up on top of the frame. I'm going to be running the single carb setup, which should set the carb out to the side. I believe on that side, might be on the side. I honestly don't remember which side it goes or if it matters. So that way I can just gravity feed it. Be getting a different set of bars for probably just dirt bike bars. I'll see how they feel. I might have to get different risers too. I'm going to try and get taller shocks, but I don't know anything about the shaft drive because everything I own is chain or belt. So hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more height out of the rear end. But for right now, I'm basically just going to try and get it up and running. And hopefully I'll be able to actually fire it up in the next video. Right now, I'm basically going to go through and just do some more research on whether or not these coils are good or bad, whether it's something with the spark plugs, whether it's something I messed up in here. I'm also going to be getting a switch, so I can just do a kill switch instead of that. I'm going to be taping up some of these loose ends. And then hopefully I might also just get a switch for that so I don't have to keep jumping it with a screwdriver. Yeah, just stay tuned, my guys, and